All right.
All right, I have in here 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And then I have equal parts of the flour by tablespoon. And then I mix that together. Just mix it up so you get all the lumps out of it. It's nice and smooth. That's what you call a roux, or a normal medium white sauce. And so then you just, I have it turned down, but I'm going to turn it back up because I want it to be bubbling. And so I'm going to get my milk. And it calls for a cup. I just kind of guess what a cup is, but you can measure it out if you want to. And then I pour it in there. Just pour it in and mix it up. And it'll thicken as it gets hotter. It takes a little while for it to warm up. So we'll just have to stir it until it gets warm. Make sure you are attending it because it will scorch because of the milk in it. So and I'm not adding any extra salt because there's a lot of salt in the cheese. All I'm adding right now is just a little bit of black pepper. That's all I add to it. Okay, just mix it up. I have my cheese cubed up. It's about a half a cup to 2/3 cup of cheese. I may not use it all. I go according to how I like it to taste. I taste it before I put it on my green beans, which are 2 cans of drained, salt-free green beans. So this is going to be, I'll turn up a little more so we can speed this up.
Can you use French cut too?
You can, but they're more fragile, but you most certainly can. It's just that when you stir the cheese mixture in it, you don't want to stir it a lot. Otherwise the beans are going to break apart. But these are pretty firm green beans, so they'll be fine. These will. I've never made them with a French cut, but I don't know why you can't.
Okay, I'm going to stop recording while you
Okay. Alright, it's got quite a bit thicker. I'm going to add a little bit more milk to it because I think it's going to be too thick. So I'll just add it, because when you do add cheese to it, it will get thicker as well. So we're to a stage where I can I'll add a little bit of this, and then I also have grated sharp cheddar that adds a little depth dimension to the cheese flavor and gives it a nice, so I just add a little bit of that to it as well. And keep mixing it. See as it's getting thicker from the cheese. Just keep stirring it until it's all blended in. Sometimes this takes a little while because of you don't want to have it at too high a temperature. So I turned it down because you don't want to scorch this, because at this point when it's thick like this it can scorch quite easily. So just keep stirring it. And it's, you can see that it's coming together. It's forming a nice creamy sauce. I think I'm going to add the rest of my sharp cheddar though, only because it has the most flavor. So, continue to mix this up. And it doesn't take long once you put it in the oven to heat through. I would say 25 minutes to a half hour maybe at the most. And it's set at 350. And I'm using a convection oven, so it might take a little bit longer in a regular oven. And it's coming up here to almost being consumed.
if you cut it up in smaller squares, would it melt
Yeah,
faster?
you can grade this as well.
Why don't you just put it in your regular oven with your hand?
Well, because they have two different temperatures.
Oh,
And I'm going to put my rollers in there. So. Okay, we're just about there. Now what I'm going to do is take a little taste. Excellent. Okay.
So you don't need to add any more of the Velveeta?
Nope. Add no more. It doesn't take a lot. Okay. I'm going to turn my stove off. And then I'm going to pour it just right over top. And you can see there's still a few chunks of the Velveeta cheese in there, but that's okay because it will melt as it heats up in the oven. Just clean it out.
you ready?
And then you just mix it up as well as you can.
Gently, huh?
You don't want to be too rambunctious with it. And that's about it. Just smooth it out. And then you can make your own breadcrumbs with butter, the crumb on top, but since it's Christmas, I'm using the fried onions. Just sprinkle it around on top. 'Cause who doesn't like fried onions on it? It's good. And to tell you the truth, everyone that's eaten this thinks it's so much better than the traditional mushroom soup. Green beans, which is
Sounds nasty.
in my own opinion, I've never had it and I never will. So it's ready. I'm going to put it in the oven. That's all there is to it.
Amen.
All right.
So it's in it goes. And with
Time that for him?
yep, we're going to time it for about 25 to 30 minutes. There we go. We'll wait. We'll see what it looks like on the other side.